In Movies and Money, Doctor Strange took the top spot again at the box office. Film critic Erik Childress is here to tell us all about it. Hello to you, Erik.
Hi, Angie.
Doctor Strange really didn't have any big challengers at the box office last weekend, but also that film took a bigger tumble than expected. What do you think this says about Doctor Strange's path going forward?
Well, still nothing that anyone should shed any tears for Disney or Marvel over, because the film is still above $700 million worldwide, and by this weekend could become the second highest grossing film worldwide since the pandemic began. Now, that being said, the film did take a 67% drop from its opening down to $61.7 million, suggesting that word of mouth may not be as strong as they had hoped. The film missed out on becoming the 15th film in history to reach $300 million in just 10 days, and now the odds of it reaching $400 million, as I had thought, have diminished a bit. It took the Batman 17 days to get to $300 million this year and has settled into around $369 million total. And that gives Doctor Strange about a 5-day edge in pace, but the drop also puts the second weekend lower than Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which came up just shy of $400 million as well. Yes, Doctor Strange is still $45 million ahead of that movie's pace, but looking at films of its theatrical launch range of 4,000 or more, there have been 43 which fell 60% or more in their second weekend. Doctor Strange only needs to achieve a multiplier of 2.14 over its opening weekend to reach $400 million, and only 9 of those 43 films failed to reach that. 8 of them fell 69% or higher.
Is this drop truly rooted in poor word of mouth, or are there other factors?
Well, we had mentioned there have been some anomalies amongst these tentpole releases which are not charting in the same manner that films from 2019 and earlier were. And some of it is a combination of its fans front-loading the film and then others realizing they don't have to wait as long anymore for even the most successful films ending up on their respective streaming services. Now, word of mouth certainly contributes to that factor as well as a lack of repeat viewing. And that is where the opening weekend multiplier makes for a good dividing point between those films that are bringing in new audiences opposed to those who may have been waiting or have no interest.
The competition this weekend is a sequel to Downton Abbey, as well as a new horror mind-bender from director Alex Garland. Let's take a look at Downton Abbey, A New Era.
Before you were born, I met a man. And now I've come into the possession of a villa in the south of France.
What?
And with that, I will say good night and leave you to discuss my mysterious past.
How do you think Downton will do?
Well, Downton Abbey, A New Era nearly made my summer box office preview the other week until I edged it out thinking that the upcoming Elvis film could do better. Now, this could be a really interesting test for that struggling adult market that theaters are seeing, given that it's the rare IP title geared towards an older audience. Back in September 2019, the first feature based off the popular TV series opened to $31 million and ultimately grossed over $96 million. Now, do the math, and word of mouth was on the positive side. Will the sequel get itself into the 20s or higher this weekend, or fall back to somewhere in the teens? A number over $25 million could actually give it a shot to dethrone Doctor Strange if it falls back far again. Now, the horror crowd also has something to look forward to this weekend as well with Alex Garland's Men. The writer-director who did the highly acclaimed sci-fi films Ex Machina and Annihilation returns with this nightmarish film with recent Oscar nominee Jessie Buckley and Rory Kinnear in a film that defies a quick description. Just say the title over and over.
Thank you, Erik.
Thank you, Angie.
Go to businessfirstam.com for where to see our show on TV.